playing himself
conversation.
pretty much. He's playing himself. Straight up.
He's taking himself out of the conversation of fighting the greats, recognized top guys. Who's the top young banger in the heavyweights right now? Dillian White's in the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, Wilder's supposed to be the number one hitman in the division.
So why not fight at least a guy that's
Wanna have a shootout?
number 2? Yeah, why not have a shootout?
Wanna have a shootout?
That would probably be my number one criticism about his resume is that he hasn't really fought that many punchers. The best puncher he probably ever fought was Dominic Brazil.
He's
The best puncher he fought.
His resume is a shame. It's shameful. It's embarrassing. You know, he can fool people. You can fool a certain amount of people, but you can't fool anybody who knows anything about the division or the game. You know, you can't do that. You can't fool people.
Do you think? Do you think Dillian White would knock him out if they fought?
I think.
What kind of chance do you give him?
I favor Wilder in that, but he could get sparked out by Dillian though.
Yeah, via that catch and shoot left hook.
Yeah. He could get sparked out, and people talk about Wilder's got a good chin. How do we know? Who's he for?
They say Ortiz.
Ortiz
is an above average puncher at best.
Above average at best. Who's Ortiz for?
Brian
What's
Jennings.
his pedigree? Brian Jennings. What's his pedigree?
Oh, he had all these fights in Cuba, but he wasn't no gold medalist. He wasn't.
He was a B level Olympian. He was in the B stream.
They talk about him like he was Teofilio Stevenson or Felix Savon. He was one of those Cubans.
Talk about him like he was Wilfredo Benitez. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Wilfredo Benitez.
Yeah.
He ain't no killer. Who's he killed? If you're a killer, you gotta
have bodies in your resume.
Show me the bodies.
We want to see the bodies. Open the trunk.
Open the trunk. Open the trunk. Send location to the burial sites. You know, I mean, supposed to be a killer. Who's he killed?
That's it. So it is what it is. I hope that fight happens because that's another fight the division really needs. I mean, and the thing is, Eddie Hearn and White, they made this like while he was that makes it worse. While he was ducking Joshua, he was also ducking Dillian White. Because they made him a $4 million offer, which was double the most he had made at that point in time. So I don't know what it's gonna take.
I don't know, man. I mean, you know, if Ruiz is an embarrassment to Mexico, then you know Wilder, he's got to be an embarrassment to you USA guys. It's got to be an embarrassment.
I mean, listen. Speaking as an American, I like Wilder. I remember when he beat Steven for the title the first time. I was happy about it because I thought, okay, well maybe this will jumpstart boxing in America. We need a heavyweight champion. But nothing's really progressed since then. So I've found it it's like a love-hate thing. I love watching him fight. I think he's exciting. I think he's great in that regard. But he hasn't really sought out the best competition. So it makes it really hard to get behind. And then the lies, the manipulation, the 50 million,
the lies.
It's just too much. Ducking Dillian White, ducking Anthony Joshua, telling Dillian White to his face, "I'm gonna make you wait 2 years before I fight you."
Text message.
So how can I fully get behind that? You know,
that's what I'm asking you as an American. How does it make you feel when your hero is a duck?
Honestly, a lot of times it's shame.
Shameful.
It's shameful.
You'd have to be embarrassed. Any man with any moral fiber, any American with any moral fiber must feel ashamed that Deontay Wilder is your king.
This is the country.
Dethrone him.
This is the same country that's produced Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield, and the greatest name in heavyweight history.
Mike Tyson.
And you want to tell me that you want to tell me that you're gonna put this guy's name, or you're gonna try, because LBBC channels and people that like Wilder, they try to do that. They try to put his name in the history books. These guys.
I think it's a disgrace that they're talking about this 10 wins as a champion. It's a disgrace. When you look at the other names on that list, you find real fighters who would throw down. You know, he talks about kings. But does he know what a king is? Does he know what a king is? Does he know where kings go? You know, a king is a man who comes up through the ranks. You know, should come up through the ranks. Should come up as one of the knights of the round table. And at some point, a king must lead. Proper king, a real king, must be the leader on the battlefield.
Absolutely, on the front lines.
And this guy, I'm sorry, this guy is just he's like the leader on the cherry field. You know? He's like the leader on the cherry fields rather than the battlefield. He's got the battlefield and the cherry fields mixed up.
Firmly entrenched in a boxing witness protection program. Won't find nobody else on the PBC. Nobody. Okay. We'll have it.
Say that again?
We'll have it.
No, I just had to some of my friends.
Okay. Okay. Well, switching
New
gears.
fans.
New fans. Switching gears. Well, let's talk about. You say you want to talk about Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
He's probably many would say that he's probably the best fighter in America right now. From America.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately for him, you got the same situation that you got with Wilder there. He's got the PBC. You got the Premier Boxing Champions who they don't want to play game. They don't want to play ball.
They won't even say his name.
They won't even mention the guy's name. It's like some kind of heresy if you mention the guy's name in their presence. You know, it's shameful. But I mean, it's the same thing that's happening in the PBC. Let's face it, the PBC are operating within boxing. But truthfully, you know, they want to break away.
Absolutely.
They want to have their own belt.
They want a UFC.
They want the UFC boxing. They want their own little corner with their guys, just fighting their guys
with their own belt too.
With their own belt. You know, let's be honest about this. They're just contemplating breaking away. And by that stage, would it even be called boxing?
No.
Would it be called boxing?
The question I like to ask you, because this is the discussion I've been having on my channel a lot, is Terence Crawford needs these fights to define his legacy, you know, with the Porters, the Spencers, those guys on PBC on that side of the street.
Yeah.
But he's with Top Rank. If he leaves Top Rank and goes to PBC, he runs the risk of maybe Al Heyman doing it wrong with getting the short end of the stick, because those guys are already, you know, Al Heyman's guys.
Yeah.
But if he stays at the Top Rank, they might freeze him out anyway. So, how do you think Terence Crawford should continue his career?
Well, it's not in his hands. The decision, I don't see how the decision is in his hand. He's continued. He's got an extension on his contract, so now, so allegedly he's tied in with them till 2025.
Okay, yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
And so really, it's in the ball's in the PBC court now. Whether they fight him or they don't. They don't have to fight him, and they don't want to fight him.
They're probably hoping he gets beat by Kowalewski.
They're hoping he gets beat by. They're hoping he gets knocked over by a wind, a tree, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have to fight him, and they don't want to fight him. So I think it's entirely conceivable that those guys never fight. Those guys never fight.
Fair enough.
Apart from maybe one just before the retirement fight or something like that, you know.
I think the only guy that would fight him is probably Sean Porter.
I think Sean
Porter's fought
would
everybody.
fight him. Yeah. I think Sean Porter would fight him, but would he be allowed to fight him?
Yeah.
You know, because you know they talk about some of these guys from certain section, who we know, but we won't mention the name.
Yeah.
You know, they're talking about plantations.
Oh man.
You know, which plantation would you rather be on? I wouldn't want to be on their plantation.
I want the plantation with all the pounds and dollars.
Yeah. And the euros and the plantation where you can get things done.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want some little backwater place, you know, where every sectioned off, you know. Next thing you know, you got inbreeding. I mean, it's dangerous, man. That's over there. That's them boys over there in the swamp water. That's them swamp water boys.
No swamp water boys over here.
No, not over here.
Not over here.
Not over here. Swamp water boys over there. So I mean, I even question whether Wilder will even fight Joshua.
Wilder.
Yeah. It's the same. It's a similar situation. It's PBC versus, you know, others.
No.
And they've shown extreme reluctance to, you know, get it on, get it cracking, get it popping. They don't want to do it.
PBC seems to have been like a hindrance to boxing, because, you know, when PBC first came out, at least, I mean, I can't speak from the UK perspective, but I know from the American perspective, it was supposed to be like, it was looked to be the most positive thing, because, you know, boxing had come back to network television.
Right.
It hadn't been on network television for years.
Yeah.
You know, they had this whole free boxing for all campaign they had going on. All the fights were free. And then as the years have went on, you know, Heyman kind of ran through the money. Then now that they've taken the fights off of network television, which was what the point of PBC was in the first place, to bring boxing back to the mainstream, they put it on Showtime, and now pretty much any fight that's worth anything on the PBC or within the PBC is being put on pay-per-view. And it's expensive. It's not like here, it's like a pay-per-view is like 25 pounds, 30 pounds. In America, pay-per-view would cost you 70, 80, 90 bucks sometimes, depending on who it is.
Crazy. So it started off with one business model, and then it switched to business model
shifted.
Completely. They've done a 180.
180.
People say 360, but people, listen, 360 you started, you're finishing where you started off, so that's not it.
Yeah.
It's a 180.
180.
Opposite, yeah? So they've done a 180.
Because that was supposed to they were supposed to keep the fights on network television and build their fighters up that way. But you know that because they haven't done that, and now the fighters that they were trying to market to the American public, like Danny Garcia, Wilder, Thurman, these guys have caught on, but only to a certain point. Because the last network television fight they had, like of a huge magnitude, was probably Thurman versus Garcia. That did about 4 million views.
4 million. That's good. But you know, like I said, they changed the business model.
So you can't expect to win long term by changing the business model and then doing what HBO was doing before HBO went out of business.
So what is the difference between them? There was no need for PBC then.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Now there is. Now there isn't. I'm saying.
Yeah. Now there isn't.
Now they're pretty much.
But then they changed the business model, so now there is not.
They're pretty much parasites on boxing.
Parasites on boxing. They're doing what they said they came in not to do.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing that they said they weren't going to do. And they were fighting against. Now the thing that they're fighting against, the thing that they were fighting against, and now the thing they're fighting for.
Yeah, that's like what happens in the movies, right?
That's like when the good guy turns into the bad guy, and the bad guy turns into the good guy.
He becomes everything he hated.
Everything he hated. Everything he despised, and he'll become it.
That's it.
You know, you have to watch out, people. You have to watch out and be careful about becoming that which you despise.
Yes. So PBC is pretty much art imitating life, or life imitating art.
Hey, which came first? You know, I don't know.
Do you think Al Heyman is real?
That's something I've thought about many a time.
Yeah.
Many a time. Is Al Heyman real?
Yeah.
I think he does exist. There have been sightings of him.
Here and there.
Rare.
Here and there.
Like Bigfoot. It's like Bigfoot.
Or the Loch Ness Monster.
It's like the Loch Ness Monster. It's like Nessie. You know? Like Nessie. Literally like Nessie. Yeah, man. It's mad out there. It's mad out. I feel sorry for you Americans.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I really do. I feel sorry for you Americans.
I
Even Ruiz. Look at what Ruiz did.
Well, Ruiz doesn't even want to be acknowledge himself as an American. He wants to be just straight Mexican.
Oh yeah, he's an American, born in America, but yet somehow is not American. I don't know how that works.
Well, like I don't know if you caught on to this during the fight when the national anthems were playing.
Yeah.
When the American national anthem was playing, he was like shadow boxing. He wasn't really that engaged. He wasn't that engaged. When the Mexican national anthem comes on, he's
to attention,
hand on heart. You know,
hand on heart now.
Mexico.
You should deport him.
I said, wow. When I saw it, I said, yo, I hope Joshua knocks him out in like around
Man,
30 seconds.
If you don't love your country, if that's not your country, then you know what are you doing there?
Yeah, I don't know.
If that's not your country, what are you doing there? Deport him.
I'm an American, and I love America. Yeah. I love being American. I love being from America.
Yeah, a lot of people come from other places. You come from other places. I come from other places. But it's like me saying I'm not English.
Yeah.
It's like me saying I'm not an Englishman because my parents were born in Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I'm a Jamaican English, you know.
Yeah.
I rep both.
Yeah. So that's where he's at right now, Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, but he don't even say he's repping both. He just puts the
Mexican.
He puts the cart before the donkey.
Exactly.
Andy Ruiz has put the cart before the donkey. Let that sink in.
Yeah, the cart before the donkey.
Yeah.
I never heard that one before, but I like it. The cart before the donkey.
The cart before the donkey. You know the donkey's supposed to come in front of the cart. Yeah. Well, he's put the cart in front of the donkey.
It's ass backwards.
That's ass backwards.
Straight up. So I have a friend who's a British boxer. We become friends over the last couple months. Isaac Chamberlain. Following Coley.
Yeah.
I interviewed him recently, and I asked him because he recently signed. He left Eddie Hearn. He actually signed with Al Heyman. I don't know if you know that. He signed with Al Heyman recently.
Isaac Chamberlain. Yeah, I think I heard about that, but I wouldn't have remembered if you didn't remind me.
Okay, yeah. He signed with Al Heyman recently, and I asked him in an interview. I said, "Yo, is Al Heyman real?" He's spoken to him. His answer to that question was, "I haven't seen or heard from him, but I've only spoken to his assistant Sylvia." So I'm like, Isaac Chamberlain hasn't even seen it to be signed to him. So how would I know this guy is real if his own fighter hasn't even seen him?
Damn. But allegedly he gets 15% of all purses.
It's an advisory fee.
Advisory fee.
Yeah. Because you can't call him a promoter, you can't call him a manager, so he's an advisor. I remember when I met Eddie Hearn a couple years ago, I said that I called Al Heyman a promoter in the presence of Eddie Hearn. He's like, no, you can't call him a promoter, he's an advisor. So even Eddie Hearn is acknowledging Al Heyman as an advisor, even though Al Heyman is a promoter in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Because he can't be a promoter because then he'd be in direct violation of the Muhammad Ali Act in
Yeah.
America.
An advisor.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Something deep, right?
That's deep, man.
That's deep stuff.
That's some deep fried southern. Well, he's not from the south, but anyway.
Yeah, because you're familiar with the Muhammad Ali act in America.
I'm familiar with the Muhammad Ali act.
Yeah.
I've done a video on it.
Okay, I'm sure you're okay.
I've done a video on it.
So you might be more familiar with it than I am.
It's similar to what we call in soccer the Bosman Act. There was Bosman was a football player, and he was back in those days. You can look it up, Bosman. I think Bosman is the name of the footballer.
Okay.
And he was the first footballer who challenged successfully in court. Challenged he wanted to leave. I think he was a big team. He wanted to leave that team to go to another team.
Okay. He wanted to force his way out.
And because of the way the contracts then in football, the soccer was structured. He was trapped. It was almost like a slave contract. You're trapped. You are indentured labor now from me. You work for me. Even if I don't pay you, you could be sitting on the bench or sidelines for years. And he went to court, challenged that, and so I did a video on that. I think it was related to Wilder. It was related to Wilder and the plantation. So the Ali Act is boxing's equivalent of the Bosman Act in soccer, and I think the Bosman Act came out before the Ali Act, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, because Al Haymon, he's not a promoter, but like he has a bunch of promotional companies pretty much under one umbrella.
Yeah.
Like the Bell Entertainment, TGV Promotion. These are all companies that operate within the PBC.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, for real.
Okay. Are there any like fights you're excited for coming up soon?
What we're looking at. I mean, to be honest with you, in the heavyweights, we're looking at who's next for. Even then, look at Wilder's situation. We know who he's fighting. He's fighting Fury. How excited are you for that? It's what? Less than a couple of months ago. We're a couple of months away.
February.
And it's not. It's 2 months, 2 weeks away, and there's no date confirmed, no venue confirmed.
That's the Al Haymon way.
No date, no venue. You look at Joshua, well, that's most likely Pulev, despite the WBO saying 120 days for Alexander Usyk. That's going to get worked out somehow, because Usyk obviously is with Matchroom. Pulev's next for Joshua, fine. Dillian White, who's next for Dillian White? It should be Wilder. It should be Wilder after he fights Fury. But now Mauricio Suleiman's come out and said that Ruiz will be high ranked. Ruiz will be high ranked in the WBC. He is a very established fighter. He will be high ranked in the WBC. So obviously what he's saying there is they're probably looking at fixing up Ruiz versus Wilder before Wilder versus White.
I've heard that.
That's what they're probably looking at.
I don't know if are you on Instagram at all?
I got a little bit. It's my own personal thing, but not combat radio.
The reason I asked is because today I saw that Mauricio Suleiman on his on the WBC Instagram page, he posted a picture because he does this thing on his Instagram account where he walks around and he just talks. So he was walking around, I think Italy or Rome or somewhere today.
Okay.
And he had a Deontay Wilder hat on, and he actually referred in the video, he referred to Deontay Wilder as one of his heroes, the president of the WBC. So if that's not an indicator of how much in bed these two are together,
those two are in bed.
I don't know what is.
Those two are in bed. There's no two ways about it. No two ways about it.
No two ways.
So yeah, who am I looking forward to? Looking forward to that. Looking forward to I'm just looking forward to some kind of resolution to the whole thing.
Hopefully
One of the fights that I most want to see is White versus Wilder, just because Wilder's ducked Wilder for so long.
The build-up for that would be crazy too.
Well, the build-up's been going on for years.
I know. Where's the build-up right now?
The build-up's been going on for years. So we need to see that. Yeah, man. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Two-time. Yeah, now Anthony Joshua is a two-time heavyweight champion, just like Shannon Briggs.
Bam.
Who do you think is the best fighter in boxing right now? Pound for pound number one. Who would you say if you had to pick one?
If I had to pick, I don't really deal with the pound for pound stuff because I mean it's all hypothetical.
Okay.
But if I had to pick one,
or the most skilled. You don't think, who do you think is the most skilled fighter in boxing to you right now?
you know, it's like there's three that come immediately to mind. I guess you just have to pick which one you want. It's either Canelo. It's either, if it's not Canelo, then it's Lomachenko, and if it's not Lomachenko, then it's Crawford.
Okay. So any one of those three for you will do.
Any one of those, I think is worthy to be in the conversation. But for me personally, I don't really deal with that too much. It's,
fair enough.
It's a hypothetical, isn't it? And what purpose does it serve, really? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what purpose.
It's fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about.
It's fun to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, and but it's not really something that I don't know. I don't know its value other than a little fun chat.
The better question to ask you would probably be, who would you say to you, who's the most impressive fighter in boxing? You watch the guy and say, wow, that guy's something special.
Lomachenko's in that conversation and Crawford's in that conversation. Okay. So then it narrows down 3-2.
Yeah.
You know?
You too?
Yeah, I do appreciate those guys' skills. But sometimes, you know, the fighter you find the most impressive might not be on that list.
That's true. Because different boxing fans find different things impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Spence is on the list, Errol Spence, but I do like the way he goes out there trying to batter a guy, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Didn't do that with Garcia for whatever reason, but I mean that's one of the fights of the year has to be that Spence versus
Porter. Always a good fight. Hell of a fight.
That has to go down as one of the fights of the year for me, if not the fight of the year.
Yeah. For me, I would probably say the fight of the year. I don't know how much you call the smaller weight classes, but for me, I would say Naoya, the Monster Inoue versus Nonito Donaire.
That was a hell of a fight.
That was a great fight. And I would probably say for me, that's probably who the most like impressive fighter is right now is Naoya, the Monster Inoue.
Yeah.
I've been following him since like years now.
Not Inoue.
Yeah.
He's very impressive. But then again, the problem with that is that you say the problem with that is that you say, well, how would Inoue do if he was in with Lomachenko? And then how would Lomachenko do if he was in with Crawford?
Yeah, and how would Crawford do if he was with Arthur Beterbiev?
Yeah. And then how would Beterbiev do if he was in with
Wilder or Joshua?
Exactly. So where do you end up?
Yeah.
You end up with the heavyweights.
So, fair enough. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, man, that's all good with me.
I think we covered quite a lot.
Covered a hell of a lot, bro.
Gave the people.
Give the people what they want.
That's
Give the people what they need.
That's it. Power to the people. But yeah, this is Raphael Dawkins. You can follow him on YouTube at Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio.
Yeah.
He's got a great channel. Really cool guy. Fun to talk to. Fun to be around. I hope you guys go ahead and subscribe to him. So I'll leave his channel in the card right up here, so you guys can go check that out. And yeah, Raphael, thank you for spending time with me today.
No, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. And shout out to the True School fans. Shout out to Raphael Dawkins' crew. And yeah, man, we got the American in the UK.
Absolutely. So that being said, you guys, take care.